everyone, welcome to this update video. I really do hope that you're doing amazing this morning, and we're going to be looking at what is going on, but we want to focus on the Western Caribbean. That's where we could see an airflow pressure form within another week from now, maybe sooner than that, and we could see a development. There has been some increase in agreement in terms of that, so we'll be looking at what is expected in this update video today. So as we look at the satellite imagery, there we can see that system extended to the vicinity of the Caribbean, that frontal system, and there's a tropical wave that is approaching the region as well. So we can see some scattered showers and thunderstorms within the area, and overall along the intertropical convergence zone is a bit active right now. So that's where the trade winds of the north and south meet. Sometimes when they do, we see activity such as this, and that is also the region where the tropical waves propagate westward within. So let's take a closer look at the Caribbean here. So much is not really going on. There are some scattered showers and thunderstorms around here and there, but overall there isn't a major system in the region right now. But things may be looking to be on the clearer side or the quieter side, but that is going to be changing within the next couple of days. Now, as it pertains to rainfall activity today, let's look at that. So here we can see it. More color means more rain. So within the vicinity of Belize, the Keys, even the Bay Islands of Honduras, parts of northern Honduras as well, we can see that it's a bit colorful there. So there could be some decent rainfall, maybe up to 2 inches or more within a few spots. But further inland into Belize, for the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, parts of Guatemala, the rest of Honduras and El Salvador, a whole lot of rain not expected for those areas. As we head down to Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, there could be some showers and thunderstorms today. Similar thing for northern South America, parts of Colombia, Venezuela, and the Guyanas, especially for Guyana. As we take a look at the Lesser Antilles, it gets a little bit more colorful there, especially for the Windward Islands. So there could definitely be some shower activity, maybe some heavy downpours as we head into later today. Again, the tropical wave is going to be entering the area, so that is going to continue westward and may influence the rain. As for the ABC Islands, though, it may not be as active today, maybe a passing shower if you guys are lucky, but it's been generally dry and hot within that area. And as we head to the vicinity of the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico, similar story. Then as we head to the vicinity of the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica, even the Cayman Islands and a few spots in Cuba, Southern Bahamas, and Turks and Caicos Islands, we see a little bit of color around within that general area. So there could be some downpours today, especially within the afternoon hours. So nothing too crazy expected. But as it pertains to development, especially going into November, this is the typical area of development. From the West Caribbean, we have these systems getting pulled up north and they move out to the northeast. So this is where we typically want to watch. And models have been favoring the West Caribbean for development over the course of the next 10 days. And as I showed you guys, if you saw my update video yesterday, I showed you the graphic from the Climate Prediction Center, and let's just go back to it quickly if you didn't see it. So this is for the week of October 30th to November 5th. So from near the middle of next week going to the following week, and we see a lot of different highlights here. Now the red and white striped area that represents a low chance of seeing tropical development, the solid red indicates a medium chance. And then as for the other colors, the green shading indicates the chance or the probability of above average rain. The probability increases once the color is darker. So where we have that darker shade of green, we have a better chance of above average rain compared to the areas with a lighter shade of green. And that is all for the same time frame, October 30th to November 5th. And that's kind of what we want to focus on for now. Those are mustard shadings and yellow shading for the U.S. That is indicating the probability of above average temperatures, and the brown shadings indicating the probability of below average rain. So in terms of seeing development, we also have that potential being reflected here on what the Climate Prediction Center is forecasting. So let's go ahead and take a look at some model data. We're looking at the ensembles here for Euro, and we now have more members hopping on. So yesterday morning we were not seeing much members at all, so we're seeing some greater agreement today. So they're showing something forming in the Southwest Caribbean and getting pulled up to the north. So If something like that were to happen, who should be keeping watch? Jamaica, Cuba, maybe even Hispaniola, the Cayman Islands. And if something is going to be forming near Central America, that could be a rainfall threat. So Central America. So the general West Caribbean should be on watch. Not saying that there will be something for sure that's going to hit you, but you're in that general area where something is projected to form. And then as we look at the GFS members, GFS has been quite consistent about development in the area. Let me get that out there. And it's been quite robust in terms of the intensity of the system as well, especially on the numerical model run. But for the ensembles, we have pretty decent agreement, just the same in terms of development. So again, anywhere from Hispaniola right back through the West Caribbean should be keeping watch for something trying to form. And this goes out for both of the maps. It goes out to Saturday evening of next week. So by around the middle of next week, that is when that area of low pressure may form. Maybe before that time, but within that general time frame is when that airflow pressure could form. And once the environment is favorable, it will likely take advantage and develop. And speaking of looking at the sea surface temperatures, very, very warm right now in the Caribbean, 30 degrees Celsius, 29 degrees Celsius, very supportive. And it's not only warm at the surface, it's warm far beneath the surface. So there's a lot of heat energy that is available to fuel something trying to form. And remember, we haven't really had a whole lot of systems in the Caribbean this season to really cool off those waters. So we still got a lot of energy there. And other areas, though, such as the Northern Gulf, for example, and off the East Coast, the Southeast Coast, have been cooling down. Notice those green shadings now start to take over. This is not something strange to see, as the hurricane season will eventually come to its inevitable end. And the hurricane season officially ends on November 30th. It doesn't mean that there won't be anything in December, January, February, March, April, or May, because all of those months have had pre-season development or development after the hurricane season in terms of December. So we'll see if that applies to the 2024 hurricane season. But for right now, the main concern would be the Western Caribbean. Again, very warm waters, lots of energy. And once we get those upper level winds being favorable, as well as a whole lot of moisture around, then more than likely we're going to be seeing development. So again, nothing is there just yet, but I am expecting that the National Hurricane Center will eventually highlight the West Caribbean as an area to watch. So we should see a little yellow spot being marked on the National Hurricane Center's graphic. For now, it is saying no new tropical cyclones are expected within the next 7 days, but I'm expecting that to change very, very soon. So guys, that is what is going on. Again, a week out from now is when we could see something try to get itself together. And in terms of intensity or the exact track, that is unknown, but it's more than likely the Western Caribbean that will be impacted. Let's say the Central to Western Caribbean that will be could be impacted by something that may try to form in the area. And even if we don't have a solid tropical system, it could still be a rainmaker and bring with it a flood threat. So I'll be keeping you guys posted as necessary, but that is essentially it for this update this morning. And I do hope you found it to be quite informative. However, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll get to you as soon as I can. And remember to always be weatherwise.